So we are here today to show you how you can set up an area in the center as a whole enrichment station with multiple enrichment items. And we're gonna have our demo dog is Midnight, and he loves all the foraging and all the enrichment things. He's a puzzle toy master, so he should have no problem getting through any of these things. This is just some of the items that you can use. A lot of this is cheap items or do-it-yourself items, low-cost items. There are definitely puzzle toys that you can buy that are more expensive and are harder for the dogs and that are really durable, but if you're on a budget like we are here at the center, we gotta go with this. And the dogs, they don't mind that it's do-it-yourself whatsoever. So Midnight's gonna go around and hang out with all the items and do what he's gonna do, and I'm gonna go around and just explain what each one is so that you know what you're looking at and how to do it. So, all right, let the boy go. Let's see what he does first. Okay, so he goes to our sheet twist, which is we just put treats in the sheet and then twisted it around. So he's gonna work on the easy things first and then start to dig in there and untwist it, and he's gonna find lots of more goodies. Good boy. There you go. There you go, bud. Good boy. He's really working in those twists. Great. Anything that we can do to get the dog to use their nose will help to overall calm them down. And many times here in the center, the dogs are really using their eyes a lot. They're using their ears a lot, and that can get them really overstimulated, hyper-focused, and things like this, as simple as it can be, it really will just bring him back to feeling good, being a dog, using his nose, and actually help to overall calm him throughout his time here. You can hear him using his nose. You can hear him breathing, trying to find those treats. And they're hard to see, right? He can't really use his eyes too much. He's got to use his nose to try and find them. And he knows there's one in there. I can see one. He knows there's another one in there. He just has to find it. Okay, so he's going to come back to it. So the next things are snuffle mats. There's another video all about snuffle mats, so you can check that out and watch that specific video. These are homemade, and they are basically a sink liner that has small holes in it on the bottom with pieces of felt pushed up through those holes and tied. So it goes down pretty far. If you can see, you can really get them far down in there, or you can sprinkle it on the top. You can do a combination of both, and it's very similar to the twist sheet, where they can just forage through it and have to work to find those treats with their nose. Good boy, Midnight. So while he's working on that, I'm going to show you some of these items that you can buy at the store. These are made through a company called Kong, K-O-N-G, and you can see that there. And these are food or treat dispensing toys where you put the items in there and then they have to roll it around and it'll come out the top or the side, one piece at a time. So these typically run anywhere, depending on the size, from I think $10 upwards of $30 for some of these toys, so they can be an investment, but they do tend to last a really long time and are awesome. So we have our pool. We have a baby pool with our milk bone sandwiches filled with cream cheese and peanut butter. In here we also have another toy by Kong. That's a treat and food dispensing toy where you just put the food you want in there, and then it can come back out here or on the sides as they roll it around. They make so many different types. Boy. Forage around the pool. Good boy. You gonna get in there? Good. Check out what else is in there. Then we have our cones. You get cones or any, pretty inexpensively. We put some treats in there. He's not going for those. We have these toys that we put some treats under that he's got to push out of the way. Okay, he's using that nose. He's smelling. Maybe we can get him to redirect over here. Hey, Midnight. Good boy. There you go. Good boy. Oh, okay, that's the toy. All right, so now he found our towel roll, which we put treats all in that, and he's got to unroll it with his nose and follow along. I think he's in heaven. So next, hopefully, he's going to come to our muffin tin, which has treats and a mix of wet food, cat treats, everything in there. He can grab them out of there. And then one of the last things that we have are these little cat bowls or small dog dishes, plastic ones. They're very inexpensive at most stores, and underneath them, you can turn them upside down and they have some treats underneath them. Excellent. Such a good boy. He's not done yet. He's going to ping pong back and forth, which is great. He just gets to make his own choices and dive right into all of this fun stuff. So he's going over to, you know what that is, right? You get that at Wawa, your coffee, to put your coffee and your drinks in. So don't throw that away. You can save it, smear it maybe with some peanut butter and treats. And if he was into this today, then he could just have fun licking that. Ooh! Ooh! Midnight! What's in here, bud? Good boy, what's that? What's that? Go ahead. And so if it's something like this is too hard for him, or he wants something else, you can make it a little bit easier by maybe just covering some, like that. So you always want to make modifications if something's too hard for your dog, or they don't seem interested, or they seemed, they're not engaging with it because maybe they're overwhelmed by just what do I do with this. Make it easier. Start out with it like this, and then have it next to a harder one so they kind of have an idea of what they should do. So I think we hit all the items. Oh, one more. This is a do-it-yourself treat dispensing toy made of PVC. Drill holes in it. Super easy to clean. Kind of is a replacement of this, which is a Kong wobbler, one of our favorite treat dispensing toys here at the center. But Kong wobblers can be, $20. This is a couple bucks to make. So for anybody on a budget, we have lots of different options. So I think as midnight finishes up here, I think we hit everything. And so we really want to encourage you guys to make this, set this up somewhere in the real life room, in the get acquainted room. Come in here and see if the training center is open. And even if you just set up a few stations, we really did so much today just to show you what the options are. But even if you just set up 3 or 4 of these things and then brought a dog in to kind of let them go and have fun, it really, that time out of the kennel can be the difference between them, you know, staying happy and healthy here or kind of going a little crazy and getting frustrated here. It doesn't take very long to set up. It doesn't take very long for them to do it. And so it's really easy, and it just goes a long way to helping some of the dogs here, especially the long timers. So please take these items. They're all over the place. We're going to start keeping them in the get acquainted room. They're here in this training center. You can always look to us, any of the staff members, to find where these items are. And we really want to encourage you guys to be setting these types of rooms up on your own.